Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to set up your iConnect audio interface so that you can do video and screen recordings with it, but also bringing in a microphone and even bringing in both USB, audio from both USB at the same time so people can hear it when you're trying to show them stuff, which is great. So basically the first thing you have to do is go into iConfig, and basically you want to copy all this right here. This could actually, instead of 8, could be 6, but I'm not going to change it now because I don't want to restart the interface. But just copy these settings right here and you should be good to go. So current setup is I have a microphone which I'm currently talking to you on. I'm doing this screen recording with this setup. And it's running into the first input on an Audio 2 Plus. This also works exactly the same way for the 4 Plus because the audio writing is the same in them. I'm also running a MIDI controller in through DIN. I have an iPad with the Nave app, which is open on that iPad, which is USB 2, and USB 1 is this computer that you're currently looking at. So basically what I'm doing here on this patch bay is I have headphones into the headphone jack on the Audio 2 Plus so I can hear what I'm saying to you. So in order to hear that and to run a mix for the recording, I'm running a USB mixer, which is what you're hearing right now on the recording, and I'm running a analog mixer for my headphones. So what I want to do is I want to run my analog in so you can hear my microphone, which is the first one, but we're running it into from the top here. So analog in, we're going to one set to the mixer and then another one to the analog mixer. So to USB mixer and then analog mixer. Then we're going to do from USB 1, I'm taking the standard 1-2 out, which is like if you're running like Spotify or Deezer or whatever audio you're running, just general audio on your computer, you can hear back. Most of your DAWs you'll probably be sending out 1-2 anyway. So I have a set of that going to the USB mixer and to analog mixer, and then the same from USB 2 so that you can hear basically all iPad apps are going out 1-2. So 1-2 out from USB 2. Going to the mixer. The numbers don't really matter here, which numbers you're going into in the mixers, because we're going to have to adjust the audio, like the audio levels for them anyway. So we're going to do that. So the USB mixer, we have to tell it where it wants to go. So the USB mixer up on top here, the 1-2 out. So all this stuff goes into the mixer. It gets routed to a single stereo out. And the reason we're doing that is because most recording softwares only take a single stereo input. So we're going USB mixer right there, 1 and 2. We're going over to 1 and 2 inputs on USB 1. And then we're going to do the same thing with the analog. So the analog, we have 1-2 out, and we're sending it to, this one. The analog mixer on the end here, 1-2 out is going into my headphones. And that's all we're doing on that. And since we have mixers, we need to go to the audio mixer tab. So wait for that to go up. So I have a condenser microphone, so I have my phantom power, my 48 volts on, and just some level on that. And then in the middle section, you have the actual mixer. So the first one is your USB 1, you can see right there, and the next one is your analog. So USB, here we go. So we have analog 1, you can see I'm talking into this right now. If you click on the little words above here, they go in red. You can actually see where that's coming from, but analog 1, analog 2, kept those mono. By default, everything's mono here. So just had to turn up the levels. If you double click, it goes to 0 dB. And then we have USB 1, 1 and 2, which I made stereo by hitting the little link button. And then USB 2, 1 and 2 also in here. I just put those at -6, so they're not too loud. They're not louder than my voice. And then I also did just need to put up the destination. This is like your master volume for the recording. It's at 0 dB, so you can hear it well. And then we did the exact same setup I did on the analog. Sorry, the analog headphone mix. I did the exact same thing, except for there's an extra pair here. Remember where I said you change to 8? That's where you can change it. And then I put up the headphone out, obviously, so I can hear it. So that's what you had to do in iConfig. So that's all dealt with. So now if I play something, say on my MIDI controller, which you can kind of hear, you can hear that. That's coming from the iPad and USB 2. If I play something from like just a general desktop thing, so let's play the first thing that's in here. So now you can hear that. Shout out to Scribe Music. And then also if you're in a DAW, so I'm in Logic here, but it's basically just set to go 1, 2 out on your standard out. You can play it and everything works totally fine. So that's basically all you need. And then if you want to create like vocal inputs, you can actually do that back. Make sure they're not too close. I kind of have my microphone too close to my headphones for the volume my headphones are at. So there's a little bit of feedback right now. But other than that, like if I pull it further away, you're not going to get that feedback on it. So it works really well. Just make sure you don't have your headphones cranked like I do. So other than that, that's the setup for it. If you have any questions, let me know. And I'm recording with OBS, by the way. I just have a single input, just in case you want to know that. This is all I'm doing. Literally properties, I just have the Audio 2 Plus, and it takes that automatic. They're the only 2 inputs that I have going in. So there you go.